welcome to the Curation Corner. I'm Shadows Pub here with my co-host Artemis North. Our guest today is Nick from Engrave. We'll be
Yeah,
getting
hi.
to know him and talking about what they're doing on and for Steem. How are you today, Nick?
I'm quite tired, let's say, because a lot of work to do every day. But basically, I'm fine.
Good.
And what time is it where you are?
It's 7 p.m.
That's
Oh,
not
that's not
bad.
too bad.
Yeah. I just came back from my work actually.
It's the end of your day. Very good.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how long have you been on Steem?
I think it's more than 2 years, 2.5 probably, something like that.
So, you're one of the early adopters.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
we're all early adopters because we're here, and the platform's
That's
only
true.
3 years old.
Exactly.
Well,
But the crypto market is evolving very quickly. So I think 3 years is quite a long time.
well, yeah, we often say that even a week on the Steem platform is a long time. It's
Sure.
Steem time, not regular time.
Yeah.
So you said you just come back from your work. What do you work at when you're not on Steem?
I'm just the developer. I'm developing web applications for my clients. So I have a very similar work to do when I'm working on Engrave and the regular job, which makes me money to live.
Yeah, it's kind of funny about that. We all need to kind of make a living one way or another, don't we?
Sure.
So this is kind of an extension of what you do in your regular job, except that you're doing it out of more pleasure than working to earn an income.
Yeah, I let's half a year ago I tried to work only on Engrave, just to speed up the development process, and I quit the job. But after a few months, I had to get back because the development costs not only the time but also the money. So I just just the very regular life things to make money. I had to work on two things at the time.
That was a brave move to make in a bear market.
Yeah, but it's not my first time actually. I'm more kind of entrepreneur because I try to do things. I try to do my own projects. Some were successful, some not. Engrave is very special for me because, as I said before the show started, I have a blogging background. I like to write, and I just wanted to have the platform which I could use to blog on Steem. So I'm developing the platform which I want to use. So this is very, very special project for me.
So what did you blog about before you were on Steem?
About space and science, because I'm in love in astronomy and all the space related stuff. So this is my I'm an engineer actually, so I like to write about technology.
So I guess you'd be real comfortable with the STEM tribe that's on the platform, eh?
Yeah, that's a great idea, and I would love to cooperate with this guy on Engrave.
I'll betcha. So how did you find Steem? Like, how did you arrive here?
Because I was using the Polish social media, like let's say like Reddit-like social media, and there was a guy. A lot of people knows him. It's Noisy. He's the person responsible for building Polish community, and he just wrote to me because I had some websites, a few blogs, and all that stuff was in very normal, typical CMS, WordPress, and all that stuff. And he said me, hey, maybe you should try Steem because you can do everything you had done up to date, but you can write your text, make it forever, make it last forever because of the blockchain technology, and maybe earn some tokens and earn some dollars to buy a domain or something like that. And I switched into this.
Noisy's the fellow behind the Steem Project's website, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. That's him.
Yeah. He's also part of, and I believe Engrave is part of a group called Wise Group.
Wise Team, yeah.
And how did that group come together?
I was writing articles from the very beginning, and then I tried to create the first project, which was Głodni Wiedzy. It means knowledge, hungry for knowledge. It's like the website created by multiple users on Steem, and I created the very simple front end for this, and we just created a very basic website which was hosted on Steem itself. And he created few projects also, so we came to conclusion that it would be great to cooperate because we can do much better than we are alone on our projects.
That makes sense, coming together in groups. Have you considered putting together a proposal for the Steem proposal system?
Yeah, I considered it, but I'm not sure if it's if I'm ready to make the proposal, because I believe that the Steem proposal should be more about core blockchain things. And I believe that I can handle the development myself. But that might be a good idea actually to, I don't know, maybe to gather some funds for more names for website or something like that.
What sparked the idea for Engrave?
Sorry, one more time.
What sparked you to look at Engrave and the concept for Engrave? Where did it come from?
As I said, I like to write things. I like to write articles, and I just wanted to create the place which will be block targeted, not user targeted, because when you are using Steemit or Steempic or something like that, it's like kind of social media, but not exactly. There is a lack of messaging, and you can't create your brand. Like if you have successful blog, you probably need to have your own domain and the place which look much better than any other concurrent website. So I decided that we need on Steem we need the place which will allow every blogger to create blog in few steps to connect the domain and create their own blog, their own brand, and to share everything on Facebook or any other websites.
So one of the things that's really unique about Engrave is the fact that one individual could have multiple blogs.
Yeah, because I like to write about technology, but not only. Like I have a, let's say, pet dog. I really like it, and I just want to write sometimes about it. And when you gather some users, some followers on Steemit, because you are writing mostly about the technology, it's sometimes if you want to write about your dog or cat or anything like not technology related, I think it's not fair to display this content for your followers, because they are interested in technology, probably because you are writing about technology. So I just wanted to create the place which will allow you to distinguish your content easily, with with one single account, Steem account, but with multiple domains and multiple blogs. They may look different. They may have different categories, and just two different things.
So
two different places.
The looks on. I'm just looking at what Frank's got there. Word up, categorized blog, just help myself with multiple Steem accounts. Yeah, the multiple Steem accounts is a really messy way of trying to go at it, because that means you then have to rebuild the followers on each account. That's one of the things that really kind of grabbed my attention here with Engrave, with the ability to do multiple blogs. The look that you have on each blog, how do people get that? Do you have set themes, or do they do their own thing?
There are 3 basic themes available right now, and you can select them in your blog settings page. It's like one single click to change the theme, and it's instant. And I'm working on more themes, and I would like to improve them, and maybe in the future to create the theme market. Like if you are the front-end developer, it would be great that you could sell your Engrave themes to other people.
Themes can get really interesting, that's for sure.
Yep.
Artemis, I know you said you had some questions about Engrave, and I'm going to defer to you right off so that we don't end up walking on your questions.
Okay, thanks. Well, one of my questions is, I've had a blog for a long time, changed the look of it. I finally have it just the way I want it. Do you think at some point we'll be able to migrate our themes over to Engrave?
Because of the blockchain integration on Engrave, it's not possible to directly port any other front end, any other theme from WordPress or anything else, because when you visit the Engrave blog, you are automatically logged in on every blog. So we put a lot of effort to make it secure, and we need to manually check every theme which will be uploaded to Engrave. So it's not, we could create your theme for you manually, but it's not possible to import it automatically.
Well, that answers that question. Okay, so I have a blog. I have my own domain. I read on your website that it's really easy to point my domain to the blog. So now what do I do? Will I need much tech support?
What you need to do is to log in on Engrave, create a blog with your desired subdomain, because every blog is available on our subdomain, like let's say artemis.engrave.website. And then visit our settings page and type your custom domain. It will display you 2 easy steps to configure the domain, like the DNS settings. It's like if you have a domain, you probably know how to configure it. If not, you can just let us know, and we will help you definitely. And it is just so easy, because you need to create blog, visit settings, and type your domain. That's all.
That does sound easy. Absolutely amazing. So what about storage? Is it just like our blockchain? We're literally just putting this right on the blockchain, and you're creating an interface?
Yes, all articles, every article is stored in blockchain, and they will be visible on your Steem account. But on our website, on our platform, and on your blog, it will be categorized and visible only on the blog you used to create it, to post it.
So how would a person who's, I personally at the moment, I use SteamPress. So I decide what I want to publish to Steem as compared to just to my blog, and I have SteamPress push it over. So how would be a way to utilize what you guys are doing and still publish on my WordPress blog, or would I need to manually move it over?
If you connect your domain to our platform, it will be all on our site. Like you can't blog simultaneously on WordPress and Engrave with the same domain. But I believe that SteamPress and Engrave are targeted to very different kind of people, because SteamPress, as I know, it requires a lot of configuration and knowledge how to create a website, how to install it, and all that stuff. And Engrave is designed to be as easy as possible to create blogs. You just need to log in, type your domain, and it's all.
So I guess go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say it doesn't get easier than that. So people who are afraid to branch out and say, I want to do a blog and I want my own domain, but it's too hard. This sounds like the perfect solution.
Yeah, that's our goal actually. And right now it is disabled because we changed a lot of things underneath, but we are going to make it back to enable buying the custom domain with Steem or SBD. And all you need to do is to type your domain. If you don't have it, type your domain, click buy, make a transfer, and minute later you will have your custom domain on your blog on your custom domain. That's the easiest way to create custom blog with custom domain using your cryptocurrencies tokens.
So are you going to be set up that you're going to be able to make a commission off of the domain names?
Our goal is not to earn on domain names. Like, I would like to allow to let people to spend their tokens, because to make I believe, like, it's my opinion, but I think it's proper to make Steem great and SBD worth more. We need to use them, not to buy votes or promote your articles to earn more Steem. We need to use Steem and SBD tokens to buy totally different things, like domain or something like that. And we don't want to earn on domains. We just want to make a payment gateway just to convert SBD or Steem to buy the domains.
So
like on the same price.
Here's the thought, Nick. If you could make a commission off of selling those domains, rather than go through the registrar that I normally go through, I'd be inclined to go through you, because I'd know that the developer is going to make a dollar or two off of the fact that I've bought the domain that I'm going to use on his project. So I see nothing wrong with you earning a little bit off of it. In fact, I'd encourage it.
Oh, thanks. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe not. Probably we will check this later on when the development will be much far away. When we finish the development, let's say, we will try to tweak our business model, to make it sustainable. And maybe to have some funds for future development.
Yeah, because really, they're going to pay the same for the domain regardless. So if you're making a commission off of it, all the better.
Yeah, I will definitely consider it. But this is not our intent to earn on these things. Like, I would love to create the platform which will be easy to use and popular and funny, and we'll have quality content on that. I love to write, I love to read quality content, so this is a simultaneously hobby and business project.
So the Hive,
we need to tweak between earning on that, making money actually, and developing useful things.
so the Hive has made the comment, might not be your intent, but you should gain a penny to provide support for future projects you may undertake. So I think you'll find that, I guess what I'm saying is don't be afraid to earn a little bit on your labors.
Yep.
So you've got 3 themes right now. You've got the ability that people can put their own domain on each one of the blogs that they build. Is there any limit on how many blogs they can build?
Not really. Right now, you can create as many blogs as you want. I think that we should probably limit it up to, I don't know, 5, 3, or 10 blogs, because there are limited domain names available. So probably it would be great to limit it also for the users.
Yeah, that would make sense, because you don't want a whole lot of dead blogs sitting there either.
Yeah, exactly.
Which makes the... Go ahead, Artemis.
Sorry, is that what it actually costs? Is only 10 Steem or SBD to buy a domain through you?
It was 10 Steem or SBD, but it was when it cost about $1. Like, the domain name is worth about $10. It depends on the TLD, but it's more or less $10. So it's more like 30 Steem or something like that. 40 maybe.
That's still more than reasonable. That's a good price.
Yeah, it is.
And you probably you will probably earn 40 Steem in like few articles if you write quality content. So it's like it's hard, maybe not hard, but when I started, when I was younger and started to blog, it was very difficult for me to gather, let's say, 100 złotych. It is a Polish currency. It was like a lot of money for me to gather for the domain. And I believe that the standard, let's say, flow on Engrave is to create the blog, write some articles, earn some Steem, earn some SBDs, buy a domain. Don't pay with your own money. Don't pay with your fiat. Just earn some Steem, buy a domain, create more professional looking blog, and earn more and more, and just make your brand.
So are you familiar with a guy by the name of John G. Olson?
Sorry?
Are you familiar with a guy on the platform by the name of John G. Olson?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Well, he has a tribe called Click Track Profits. And Click Track Profits is a continuation of a domain that he had off of Steem to train people how to do affiliate marketing.
Okay.
So the purpose of Click Track Profits is to connect blockchain to affiliate marketing. And if you're at all familiar with people who do affiliate marketing or content marketing online, you'll know that they actually need usually multiple domains, because they'll specialize as far as individual sites go. This would be a natural marriage. Well, maybe not a marriage, but a natural partnership if they were working through Engrave to put up affiliate sites.
Oh, that would be great, for sure. Yeah.
It would be
open the website and just take a look at this.
It'd be an interesting connection to make.
Yeah, sure. I think the Engrave would be really great because you can create your blogs like very easy and very fast, and connect your domain with no extra work to do. So yeah, definitely.
See, one of the things that I like about the concept is I can take a domain and put it on Engrave, and I can write specialized articles for that domain, but at the same time, all those articles are landing on my Steem account for the audience that I already have.
Exactly.
Which means that I don't have to start from scratch on building an audience.
Yeah, sure. And you have natural, let's say, traffic on your website because we are adding the website link under your posts, and you live blog from the very beginning because it's always always a problem to gather readers on your new blog because you need to become popular to force people to write comments under your posts, and nobody will write under your blog because nobody have the address for your blog. And if you blog on Steem, you have natural comments from the community under your blog, so your blog looks live from the very beginning.
So the comments that come off of Steem automatically show up on your domain.
Yes, exactly. And more of that, you can if you log in on a blog with your Steem account, you can write comments and vote for comments directly from the blog, from every blog actually.
So while you don't get the diversity that using WordPress and then SteamPress in order to copy the posts over to Steem, you do get that natural interaction.
Exactly. Yeah, that's I think that's the most significant difference between Engrave and SteamPress. We are more like the native platform based on Steem. So we have the full integration with articles are stored in blockchain and displayed on our blogs. This is not the duplicated content because this is the content. Like we are showing articles from blockchain. We are not adding them to earn money to earn tokens. These are the articles, and we have the integration for comments and for voting, both on on blog and Steem. So yeah, we are like Steem frontend on with much more features than any other because we have our own backend.
So
I see a big time. Oh, sorry, Shadow.
Go ahead.
Yep.
I see a big time saver already. If we go through you don't have to decide whether to lock down comments or spend a lot of time going through them to get rid of crap comments and spam.
Exactly.
So if somebody come along right now and said, geez, I really like this project and I'd like to develop you some more themes, what would that person need to know in order to be able to develop more themes for you?
I've created the documentation for the themes, and we are going to publish it soon. So like I think it's quite easy to develop the new themes because it's like only the HTML and some JavaScript to integrate, and we are going to create very simple like boilerplate for our themes. So like we are going to publish everything we need to everything that front-end developers need to know. We are going to publish it soon.
So it sounds like what you're heading for is basically, here's the tech end of it, give me your creativity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That'd make an interesting.
We want to encourage, like in the future, because we are still preparing that. We want to encourage front-end developers to make new teams, and we want to allow people to buy and sell the teams, like to make a live market or maybe lease the themes, not buy, but lease. You could create one single theme, and maybe multiple users could use it for, I don't know, 1% of their earnings or something like that. That would be the great way to create the passive income for front-end developers.
Sort of have a automatic beneficiary if they're using it, or maybe an option just to be able to pay for it directly.
Exactly.
So if you get a pool of themes, because this is one of the big things on the platform, and I see these comments a lot. The condensers that are out there, they're pretty well all clones of Steemit. There's very few of them that are different. The travel feed is different. Inner blocks is different. They're all being separately developed from the tribes. Would these themes be able to be powered by any of the tokens? Like, for example, say I came along and I went on Engrave and I got my domain and I said, I want to be able to display rewards in Creative Coin. Is that possible to integrate?
It's we are working on it actually, because I believe that money incentive directly is good for the beginners, but if the earnings from articles are too low, it might work just in different way. Like, nobody want to write article for 20 cents, but it depends on Steem price, Steem token price, and I would like to let's say hide dollars on Engrave, because I think that it would be better for Steem to not display dollars directly. Like, you earn the same amount of Steem tokens, and half a year ago it was like $10, and now it's like $1 or $1 or half. And the real reason that you should write your articles on Steem should be to earn tokens, not to earn money.
Yeah, I've seen that argument before about not displaying in the dollars.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mixed in the sense that I relate to dollars, even though I'm used to Steem. I relate to dollars, so seeing it displayed in dollars tells me something that I understand, which is probably more comfortable for new users. However, there's also the argument that new users would adjust to the fact that if they looked at the screen and saw 20, that it means 20 Steem instead of $20. So it can be argued both ways, I think.
Yeah, but if you visit, dashboard, and you see that you can spend 100 Steem for a domain, you know that it means something. Like, this is the real value for your token, not changing dollar price. It means that you can use these tokens to buy something real.
Yeah, and that economy does need to develop. It's going to take time, but it needs to come.
Yep.
And there's no question. There is one feature over on SteamPeak. I'm not a big user of SteamPeak. I basically use it to be able to add more tags when I'm doing a post. But I have noticed that when it displays a post, you can look at it in the STUs, or there's a little emblem there that you can go look at, and it will display what it will pay out in the various tokens. And that's a cool little feature.
Yeah, maybe we should implement a very similar feature.
Yeah, it's a neat little feature. It gives you perspective. You realize, you're earning X number of tokens on this of different types, and how each one is going to come in.
Yeah, I just want to keep Engrave as as easy to use as possible, because the real target for Engrave is not Steemians. It's not targeted for people which use Steem from the very beginning. It's more like to allow the mass adoption, the external bloggers to Steem. Like I know a lot of people that just want to write articles, just want to create blog in three simple steps and just write articles. Earning tokens will be really cool thing for them, but it's not the most important thing. And I don't want to make it too complicated. Like, the typical blogger just he don't need to even know that it is a Steem or SBD underneath. Like, if you can write article and earn some token or some points or whatever it is, and then spend it for a domain or for a new cool theme, it will be great. Just I don't want to make it too complicated.
That's understandable. That's totally understandable. And it's interesting. I've seen some of what can be involved on other platforms for people to get the idea of what they're doing. And I don't see that Steem is that much more complicated than some of the other platforms that we're on. It becomes complicated because people are having trouble getting their heads around the fact that it's crypto. So Engrave could be an excellent opportunity for introducing people to the concept and then letting them know that, hey, this is actually cryptocurrency you're earning.
Yeah, exactly. Because people are afraid of cryptocurrencies because they think it is complicated. It's blockchain related. What is the blockchain actually? Like, nobody knows what is the blockchain. What does that mean? And I think that to mass adopt people, we should make it as easy as possible to get into this crypto world. Like, I think Engrave is following the right path to make it happen, because you just need to log in, you need to post and then spend some tokens, some points, and then after a few weeks, few months, or anytime you want, you can read about that more, just try to understand how it's working, and that is I believe that is the proper way to show people the blockchain world, the cryptocurrencies.
I read a post the other day from a fellow by the name of Hit Me ASAP. Hit Me has been on the platform pretty much from the beginning. He's one of the early adopters. And one of the things he talks about is the fact that we all can actually be doing Steem marketing. It's something I've talked about at one time or another. And one of the things that he points out in there, and I love seeing the fact that he pointed it out, was the fact that we don't need to talk about whether this platform is current censorship free, or whether it's on the blockchain or whatever it is. All they need to know is they can come here, they can write about whatever they feel like writing about, and they can earn some tokens. They don't even have to understand what the tokens are initially.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to give people the possibility to use the tokens in the way they want to use it, like the standard monies, like fiat monies. And I think one of the most important things on Steem is that it's blockchain related, and we don't need to force the blockchain stuff for people. We just need to indicate that blockchain means your articles will stay forever. Like this is our name comes from the engrave. Like, you can engrave your articles, like write your article and it will be available forever. And this was the problem on Polish blogging market. One of the biggest platform just they shut down, and a lot of bloggers lost their work. Like they were blogging from years, and they just disabled it. And the advantage of Steem is that you can always access the articles.
I guess another advantage from your standpoint is that in a sense, you're providing people what amounts to free hosting, because they're able to get their domain and they're able to write on that domain, but they don't have to pay for hosting. The blockchain's doing that for them.
Yes, exactly. They don't need to pay for it, and they don't need to know how to do it, because it's all automatically.
Yeah. It's kind of a WordPress.com setup, except that they can earn.
Yeah, exactly. If you are a blogger, the standard WordPress blogger, you need to put a lot of effort to make your blog first successful, and then to make money, because you need to, let's say, configure your ads, Google AdSense, for example, and it's really hard to earn on a typical website, on the typical blog. You need to be very, very popular. Steem gives you the unique opportunity to earn, even if you are the niche blogger, but you are doing good work, or you are writing good articles. You will actually earn something, even if it's like 10 cents on $1 on very basic reward. It's still something. You are doing it for free because you are a blogger and you want to blog, and then you can make the same thing and earn some money. That's the cool thing of Steem.
It is. It's like the perfect marriage of traditional blogging and blockchain.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think, Artemis?
Well, my mind is kind of going over the different benefits. I think it's a really great boon to bring new Steemians on. People who have been, I know some of my own circle, especially at Knit Group, you've got a bunch of older ladies, and they've got a lot of knowledge to share. And they're like, oh, well, we should have a blog. But one of those free ones, it's liable to go down and you get scammed. And, this would make them go, wow, this is something I can do and it won't cost me anything and I might make a little something.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's getting easier to move Steem out to fiat should they want to.
Well, your average blogger, when they first start blogging, like you said, Nick, they have something to say. They're not necessarily saying, oh, I want to earn money from this. They want to help. They want to share their knowledge.
Exactly. Now you've got an interesting concept. So you've talked about the fact that you're going to put together a developer's package for people that are doing themes, or for being able to add themes. What other type of things are you seeing that you'd like to add at some point?
I would like to. I don't know if I would like to, but I'm thinking about a referral program because a lot of people is asking me for that. Like, send some link, some invitation for the guy from outside of the Steem, and just earn few Steams when he will came up. And the second thing is that I would like to create the cooperation market. Like, if you are a typical blogger and you are writing on WordPress and or any other CMS, content management system, you need to put a lot of effort to find the guy or company that would like to advertise on your blog. Like, you need to make a partnership, and I would like to create the cooperation market, partnership market for Steemians, for engravers to share, to exchange the content, and to pay for it with Steem or SBD, like to make the real value from the tokens we are using all on Steem. Like if you have a successful blog, you could make an offer that you will display some articles on your main page for 1 week for, let's say, 20 Steams or something like that, and you could sell the space on your blog for Steem, like to make to earn not only on articles directly, but to make money on your blog, on your brand you created. If you are successful, you could earn even more, not only on your articles.
Interesting possibilities. So one of the things that I've noticed on the platform, we keep calling ourselves a social media platform.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's usually available on a social media platform is the ability to put short little statuses. That's not available on Steem. You've got to put a post up. Whether it's a short post or a long post, you got to put a post up.
Yeah, exactly.
So would it be possible to create something like a wall where you could put those little short statuses up?
Like it is possible, but it's quite a hacky way, because every article on Steem, like the main article, the main post, is visible on your blog, on your Steem account, and to make kind of let's say wall or Twitter-like website, it is necessary to create comments under some kind of basic post, not the main post on your account. Like we could create every day, we could create the main post on Engrave account, and every user could write a comment under it, and it would display as a feed, as a wall. It's like it's a hacky way. It's not possible to make it directly on blockchain, but it is very, very. I think it is very important to have that kind of feature, because it's a problem for me. Like I like to create quality content, and sometimes I just want to to throw my consciousness, like the very simple 2-3 words, but I don't want to spam my blog, my Steem account, because I gathered some readers, I gathered some followers, and I think that they expect the quality content from me. So this is an interesting topic, but it is not possible it is not possible to make it directly on blockchain, like in the native way, but it is possible, and it is very necessary, I think.
So it could be something that is off chain but integrated, that it looks like it's all together.
We could do it off chain. It is not a problem to make it off chain, to make it integrated into the Engrave itself, but you're losing the way to integrate up votes and down votes and all that blockchain related stuff into it.
Yeah, if the status was done that you understood you can't upvote or downvote, you can like them and that's it. Frank is asking if a custom JSON would work.
Yeah, custom JSON would work, and we could create the the mechanism to post and to display it on your feed, but you can't vote on custom JSONs. So this is the same, almost the same way if it's off chain or not. Like the advantage for custom JSON is that it is stored in blockchain, and that's all. You can't vote, you can't downvote it, upvote, nothing. You can't comment under it. This is just the way to store basic data.
Actually, as we're talking about it, I'm thinking that it would probably be a good thing if those types of short statuses could not be voted on, for the simple fact that there are people that would just spend their whole time doing literal shit statuses. So if they couldn't vote on them, there'd be no profit to them.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah. Yeah. So, I got it. Yeah. That's
so you can
maybe it should be done. Yeah.
You could put the social in it, not add the voting, and therefore you don't end up with the problems of people just throwing up crap.
Okay.
It's an interesting thought. Frank thinks so too. He's puzzling on it.
Yeah. I see.
We could call it Stutter.
Yeah.
That might actually be better than Zapple.
There was a project called Streamy, like streamy.it. It was like the clone or copy for our Polish website named Wykop. It's like it is similar for Reddit, and it have the possibility to create short messages visible by everyone. Just like let's say Twitter, and they tried to create that. They were almost successful. But maybe someone need to do it, I don't know, better, or just make more effort on it.
Sounds like you're thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but there's a lot of things to do on Engrave, so I just want to focus on this very this particular project. I tried to create multiple projects simultaneously, but it's not the good way to go. You just need to focus on one thing.
That makes sense.
Our resources are limited. Like I have my, I'm working on my free time and I'm putting all my private money into it, but these are limited resources.
I've heard you use the term we and our. Is there somebody else on the project with you?
I'm talking we because I think about why Steem. Like Noisy and Perduta is the third guy. We are cooperating on multiple projects, and I'm working mostly on Engrave. Noisy is working on Wise, which is a vote delegation protocol, but I'm developing Engrave myself, so I'm talking I need to do, or I need to write code or something like that, but I'm talking we because I believe that Engrave is part of the bigger group.
Okay, that makes sense.
Project group. Why Steem? Yeah.
I think you've got a really interesting program going there, and I think it's something that needs to get a little bit more attention and notice.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Like I will be on Steamfest this year, so.
Or you're presenting at Steamfest?
I hope so. Like it is not finalized yet, but I'm doing my best to to visit the main stage.
That'd be great. I'm not going to be there, but I know that projects that can present at conferences like that get a lot more notice. That was one of the reasons that Partico was able to take off, even though we've got abandonware there these days. But he presented at the first Steem Creators Conference, and he literally only had 2 or 3 accounts at the time. And within no time, he was growing like crazy. So it could make a big difference for you.
Sure, I will do my best to to make attention, like make attraction for our project, like for Engrave.
Right. I think that'd be a really nice little boost for you. So we're coming down to the top of the hour. Artemis, did you have anything else you wanted to ask?
No, actually, you answered all my questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Artemis has been busy. So I want to take the opportunity at the moment to thank you for coming on. It was great when you answered and went, "Could I come on Tuesday?" And I went, "Yep, exactly what I'm looking for."
Yeah, I like the I'm I don't know how to say it. I like quick answers. So if you are asking me if I can, if I can talk to you, I say yes, because yes, I can talk to you.
Hive says he has 250 questions. I don't think so, Hive.
Ooh, a lot of questions.
Yeah, he's fake newsing.
Fake news, yeah. I can see the reaction.
We don't always take him too seriously until he actually produces.
Sure.
So I'm going to take my opportunity to thank you for being here. I think it's been a very informative hour, and I'm even more intrigued about Engrave now and interested to see where it goes.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation, and just make sure that you follow the Engrave account and visit our blog from time to time. I think it will grow much faster than in the previous months.
And apparently Hive does have one question before we go. So go for it, Hive.
Yeah.
Now I hope you can understand the accent. I've went over, I've clicked the link that Artemis put in, I've logged in through Steam connecting to where I can make a blog. The part I'm really interested in is going towards making my own domain type of thing.
Yep.
I'm not too clear on the process of how I do that. I kind of missed that bit, I think, at the start.
So if you own a domain right now, you can just configure the 2 DNS records. If you don't know how to do it, just contact me on our Discord. And if you don't own, you just need to wait, I don't know, a week or 2, and you will be able to buy a new domain with just single click.
Oh, do you have a link for your Discord? That'd be the Wise team.
Yeah, sure. Just copying it.
Okay. Well, he's getting that. Artemis, I'm going to give you the last word.
That's what he said. Thank you so much for being here, Nick. Talk about adding quality to or value to the blockchain. I think Engrave is going to be just what we need to bring new people on and give them the confidence to really blog their hearts out and earn some crypto. So thanks for all of your efforts, and everyone, don't forget, let's all support Engrave. If you can't send them Steem, send them a smile. Everyone have a great day. Go forth and steamy 8.